The show started by very heavy shelling on these breastworks, which were very flimsy things, and they knocked them about pretty badly. And then at 4 o'clock on the Thursday afternoon, they let this gas out, chlorine gas, and being heavier than air, it just rolled over. The gas thing was, we didn't get the full effect of the gas, we got some of it. It affects your lung and your eyes and so forth. But the French got the full effect. French colonials got the full effect. Well, the line actually was broken for, I think, the best part of 5 miles. And, of course, the Germans got in behind us. And on the Friday night, that was all day Thursday night, Friday night, we were ordered to pull out there and form a new line. It was a very odd place, a trench called K5. It was a communication trench, actually. And the Germans were in the trench, and so were we. And there was just a sort of barricade there, and it was a hell of a mess, and I just happened to get hit, that's all.
You couldn't lie down, you couldn't do anything. It was just this eternal mud wherever you went. And it rained, and it was bitterly cold, and mud going through these trenches and places where there were trenches, we got mud on our kilts, which froze for about 2 inches up on the hem, and we all had raw legs. The skin practically rubbed off your knees around there with these frozen kilts. They took them from us when we got back, and we went on truce for the rest of the winter, but every fellow was in an awful state with these trues up there in that mud of Passchendaele, which should never be in. They never once thought of it. It was, first big draft was 92nd from Toronto, and they were a fine group of men. And then they had a number from the 132nd New Brunswick Infantry, and then we, the Nova Scotia Highland Brigade, made up practically the rest of the battalion. So there was very little representation from Montreal in it, although many of the officers did come from there. Now, as far as the lice went, seam squirrels, we call them, a very regular thing when you got in your dugout after the day was to take off your kilt, which is very bad for them, and take a candle and run up and down the seams. We call them seam squirrels. And you run your candle up and down, that's the way you get clear of them.
World War I was a war of infantry, a war of attrition, where the great armies of the world came and stood face to face in bloody deadlock for 4 years. It was a conflict where the technical advances had outstripped the art of war as practiced by men. The results were a slaughter, which only serves to add to the esteem with which we must look upon the infantry soldier. This was trench warfare, where millions of men spent 4 years of their lives fighting over a few yards, not miles, but yards of French or Belgian countryside. It was said that Canada finally became a nation, there on the bloody battlegrounds of France and Flanders. In all, during World War I, more than 11,000 Canadians wore the Black Watch tartan to battle. 2,613 Royal Highlanders of Canada would never return. They won enough military honors to fill a museum, some 931 various decorations for gallantry. The 3 Canadian Black Watch battalions won a total of 6 Victoria Crosses, a beautiful medal inscribed simply, "For valor."
It's the outstanding gallantry medal of any army in the world, really, and is recognized as such.